my curious and playful Gemini friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Gemini, there is a restlessness threading through your week. You might catch yourself pausing at the edge of a conversation, feeling the subtle tug between wanting to open up and holding back. There's a sense of being surrounded by people, and yet not quite certain if you're being seen for what's beneath the surface. Perhaps you've been generous with your time or attention lately, but there's a quiet question lingering. Does anyone notice when you need support? This isn't about keeping score, it's more the ache of wanting your efforts to matter, to be understood, to be met. You may be noticing a gentle tension between giving and receiving, a curiosity about what real balance would feel like. The unspoken feeling is vulnerability, of wanting to trust that when you lean just a little, something or someone will be there to meet you halfway. It's not loneliness. It's the quiet hope that the connections in your life can hold a little more truth, a little more mutual care. The 6 of Pentacles brings that emotional landscape into sharper focus. You are someone who notices when others need a hand, who senses the small imbalances in the room, an unspoken need, a silent gratitude, a subtle withdrawal. At the start of this week, you may find yourself giving more, perhaps without even realizing it. Maybe you're the one who listens a little longer, who remembers to check in, who smooths over awkwardness with a gentle word. There's something deeply satisfying in being relied upon. Yet beneath your steady presence, you might sense a quiet fatigue. It's not exhaustion, but a gentle weariness that comes from always being the one who steadies the scales. Sometimes you give because you hope someone will notice and return the gesture, even if you never say it aloud. There's also the possibility of feeling uncertain about when to say yes and when to say no. You may feel the need to prove your generosity, to keep up with expectations, real or imagined. This inner state isn't about martyrdom or self-sacrifice, but about the deep desire for fair exchange, for a sense of being valued as much as you value others. You might notice moments where you hesitate, wondering if it's okay to ask for help, or if your needs might be too much. The emotional posture is open but with a kind of carefulness. You are willing to give, but quietly hoping there's room for your own needs too. In those brief pauses when you question if you're doing enough or if you're being taken for granted, you're touching the heart of what this week stirs in you, the longing for real reciprocity. This longing is not passive. It gently shapes your path, influencing the choices you make, the conversations you start, and the boundaries you set. When you move from that place of quiet hope, your actions become more intentional. The urge to find balance doesn't just sit inside you, it starts to shape your outward steps. The inner state of wanting fairness, of seeking true give and take, leads you to look for situations and people who can meet you in that space. You may notice yourself gravitating toward those who feel safe, or gently distancing from situations that ask too much and offer too little. The week's unfolding becomes a dance between offering and receiving, guided by your hope for something mutual. All of this momentum, this gentle friction, comes to life in the 3 of Pentacles. Here, the week asks you to step into spaces where shared effort and teamwork matter. You might find yourself working closely with others, a project at work, a family discussion, a creative collaboration. There's a sense of collective purpose, but also the subtle pressure of wanting your contribution to be recognized. The energy is not just about accomplishing something together, it's about feeling valued for what you bring. You may feel the tension between your own standards and the reality of group dynamics. Sometimes, it can feel like you're carrying more than your share, or that your ideas are quietly overlooked. Other times, there's a rush of satisfaction when things finally click, when each person's strengths are acknowledged and the group moves forward as one. This is where the friction shows itself. You want to trust in the process, to believe that cooperation will lead to something greater, but there's a part of you always scanning for signs that you're truly seen. The week may bring moments where you're asked to speak up for your ideas, to clarify your role, or to gently remind others of your boundaries. There's momentum in the air, a push toward building something together, but it's not always smooth. Sometimes the pressure comes from within, the desire to prove yourself, to ensure you're indispensable. Other times it comes from the outside, the expectations of others, the unspoken assumptions about who does what. Your path is shaped by this interplay of support and recognition, and by your willingness to engage honestly with both the ease and the friction. This potential is not handed to you automatically. It's not something that arrives just because you hope for it. The possibility for real connection, for mutual celebration, emerges only when you meet the week's challenges with openness and self-awareness. If you move through your interactions unconsciously, the old patterns may continue, giving too much, expecting too little, feeling unseen. But when you approach your path with curiosity, when you notice your desire for balance and speak to it, even softly, you make space for something new to unfold. The growth that waits for you is born out of conscious engagement, of choosing to show up with both generosity and self-respect. The Three of Cups embodies this invitation. It hints at what becomes possible when you allow yourself to be part of a genuine exchange, when you risk sharing not just your support, but also your needs and your joy. This card doesn't promise that every interaction will be perfect, or that everyone will meet you exactly where you are. Instead, it gently suggests that real connection becomes possible when you allow yourself to be seen. There's an invitation here to celebrate small moments of togetherness, to notice when laughter or understanding bubbles up unexpectedly. Growth, in this context, is about opening to the simple pleasures of shared experience. It's about letting others witness your gratitude, your excitement, your vulnerability. The Three of Cups doesn't ask for grand gestures. It points to the quiet magic of companionship, to the warmth that arises when you let yourself enjoy being part of something greater than yourself. This potential isn't a guarantee, but a door that opens each time you honor both your willingness to give and your right to receive. What unfolds is a sense of belonging that is neither forced nor withheld, a gentle recognition that you matter, that your presence is a gift to those around you. Looking back across the week, the story woven by these three cards is one of seeking, building, and arriving. The Six of Pentacles marks the beginning, as you notice the small imbalances and yearn for fairness. The Three of Pentacles draws you into the world, asking you to participate, to build, to risk being seen in your efforts. At the end of this movement, the Three of Cups quietly celebrates what grows from honest engagement, a sense of community, of mutual appreciation, of simple joy. Each stage feeds the next. Your longing for balance guides your actions create space for connection, and that connection nourishes your spirit in return. There is no need for perfection. The week becomes a gentle unfolding, a series of opportunities to notice, to try, to open. Even when things feel uneven or uncertain, there's reassurance in knowing that your willingness to show up, with both strength and vulnerability, is enough. The emotional resolution is quiet but steady. You are not alone in your hopes, your efforts, or your desire to belong. Actionable insights for Gemini this week. Let yourself notice the small ways others give back, even if it's not what you expected. Try sharing something you're proud of with someone who feels safe. See how it feels to ask for a little help, even with something simple. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am present with what I give and receive. Small moments of connection are real and enough. My voice and needs matter, even in a crowd. I belong just as I am right here. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.